Or you could do this instead, right? You do the short hop. Short hop comes out 11 frames. That's a pretty fast overhead, But you can fake people out, right? So you can do this, right? You can do a short hop.
Ta-da! What's up?
What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. So Mortal Kombat Aftermath is going to become Mortal Kombat Ultimate in like 5 days. So we should be getting patch notes pretty soon. Then we'll be able to get our hands in the game, see all the changes they did, and actually use like custom variations and ranked, which is going to be hella fun. And I am very excited for it because it actually gives me like stuff to go in the game, try different things, and not just be like all the same 3 variations where only this one is good and the rest are complete dog shit. And now we have all this cool stuff to look through, all these moves to see which is the best variations, which is the best to counter other characters, certain variations and moves and whatnot. So this game's gonna get very creative. And even though the update's not officially out yet, I'm still like going through all the custom variations just to see, what it could create. Now, of course, they can change it. For all we know, they can make us have 4 slots instead of just 3 slots that we have right now. Maybe make some moves cost different values and whatnot. But for now, I thought it would be fun to share a couple variations I found with Cassie. Now, for the first variation I made, I call this one Bubble Buddy because it uses this little move. But what do we got here? So I put Soldier Charge, as I love that move. It's a great punishing tool. Decapping, which, I mean, if you're gonna play Cassie, you pretty much have to have this move because this is her combo starter. That's referring to the low shot. Because like if you don't have this, you really can't do combos. And she has another combo move that she has in her Yas Queen, which is like the ball thing that it hits you. You're stunned for like 20 or so frames and you can continue the combo, whatever. But you can't really do that much creative stuff from that. And that costs 2 slots, which limits what you can do. The low shot only costs 1 slot. Now I'm praying they don't make it cost 2. That'd be really dumb and really limiting the character. But for now it costs 1 and I hope it stays that way. So the point is, I have this, I have the tackle, and I think a move like this is good just to punish those moves that are like kind of put you far away, that are like minus 14, minus 15, stuff like that, just for you to have a way to punish it. And it does pretty decent damage, it's like 155. And then I gave her this move. Now this bubble, it does damage over time. Like you see Cassie's health just go down so quick. And as you can see, it did a total of 100 damage if you stay in that bubble. And that's a lot. And you can do little setups and whatnot to like make this work. And hell, to be honest, you can do this like in pressure. Like in the mid screen, you can just throw it out. It comes out 21 frames. It's kind of fast. And you could also do it like in staggers. Say you're neutral, you're trying to do some stuff with this. You can just throw this out, boom, pop the bubble. They're worried about, maybe he's gonna do the full string, which of course is punishable. Or maybe they're worried she'll go into her guns or whatever, and that gives you time, like, okay, they're worried about all that. I'm just gonna pop my little bubble, they're taking damage, and this forces the opponent to make a decision. Are they gonna come at you and try to attack you, or are they gonna try to run away? If they try to come at you, you have chances to maybe force them to whiff something, and if they back up, they're backing themselves to the corner. And that's what you want. You wanna control space with this, because that's the whole point of this. Like besides little setups, is to control space. It's to make the opponent not wanna come near you, and then you have your low fireball. If your character out zones the other character, which Cassie zones pretty decently, then they're forced to come to you, and that's a pretty bad situation for them. Or just in general, it makes the opponent not wanna advance. It kinda makes them want to be static. Now, of course, nothing's stopping them. They can just walk right through this. But it's a player's instinct not to want to take damage, so it's a pretty decent tool to have. Now, just in general with this variation, she actually has better combos if she decides to spend 2 bars. It's because her tackle actually does more damage than like her up kick. So her up glow kick, it does 60 and the tackle does 70 just by itself. And then if you were to spend the extra bar, the up kick only does like 113 and this one does like 155. So this in general on combos, you can do more damage. Now normally in Digital Soldier, if you want to like maximize damage, you can do something like this. That's 344, 2 bars, and that one's kind of annoying because you have to time the buttons right to get the second enhanced shot, and that's kind of hard to do, but you can just do this combo and it's just so much easier. It follows the same route as a regular optimal version with 1 bar, but it adds even more damage than the cool looking 2 bar combo. It did 362, which is pretty decent. Now you do have to spend 2 bars for that, and you don't necessarily have to, but it's still better damage overall. And she doesn't have to cash out damage. She can do little setups in her combos that lead into this. Now no matter how I ended the combo into this, you're not all that plus. Like the best I can get is like after doing a pretty decent sized combo that you're +4. And it's kind of hard to get like a perfect meaty, but you're still plus, and no matter what, the opponent is in that bubble, so they have to make a decision. So you can do stuff like this. That's the best way I found you can be more plus. You can do other things. You can do 2-1 at the end. You can do stand 3 at the end. But all those make you like +1 or +2, so it's not that good. But this setup actually works better in the corner. So in the corner, for example, let's say you get like a jump kick in, or you get a punish with like this string. And normally the BNB is something like this, and it leads to a restand. But if you wanted to, you could sacrifice the damage and go for this setup. Now the key is you want to be +4. You want to be +4 because you have a 9 frame mid, and even if somebody has a 6 frame poke, they will lose if you're +4, because with frame data, remember you have a 9 frame move, you're +4, -4, that means it's going to come out in 5 frames, and that will beat a 6 frame move. So that's really the magic number when it comes to setting this up. So you can set it up like this. Instead of doing 4 ones, you do 1 once, and then you do the full 1, 2, 3, and that will leave you at +4. So at that point, they have to guess strike or throw, and a throw is a lot more deadly. So let me show you. Let me stick this out, and I'm gonna throw her. That throw did 189. That's basically almost a fifth of your health from a grab, and if you're a 950 character, that is a fifth of your health. And even let's say they tech your throw, they're still taking a little bit of damage. Let's say you go for a mid, they decide to block, they're still taking damage. So even though you give up damage from the combo, you're pretty much gonna get it back from this, because that does damage really quick. Like look at those 5s, that's already 50 gone in like a couple seconds, so it really drains you quick. So in the corner, that's when you want to set this up, and just in general, it's a great space control. You get your tackle as a punish, you get your combo starter. I think this is probably the most optimal variation in my opinion, but I made a second one. It's probably not as good, but it's a lot more hilarious for sure. Alright, so for a second variation, I named it Bot Girl because I'm very creative, because it pretty much uses this move. Yay, I get to control my robot. So of course I also have the low shot because like I said, you need something to combo with. If you don't got this move, you're pretty much not playing Cassie. If you're not using this move, like I said before, you can use the other bubble move that combos, but that takes 2 slots and that's no fun. Alright, so what can you do with this robot thing besides flying around, right? So you can fly it around, you press X, does a little electricity thingy. You can press circle, does this bomb, which is kind of like the same type of bomb that she has in her Subso D variation from her shot thing, but it's probably more useful because it's not like a 40 frame startup move. Well, actually it kind of is, but it's different. And then she has this laser thing. I guess it kind of tracks. And yeah, you can use this like 4 times, I think. Yeah, like you can use it 4 times before it auto retracts, but at any time if you press 2, it cancels. But the cancel is not all that fast. If you do the electricity attack and you cancel right away, you're still like -17, so it's not that good. But the thing is though, this like green shot, it's a lot more plus. You see there, I'm +10. I can do stuff like that, +10. That's like actually pretty decent. So the startup of this move is 29 frames, so it's really not that fast. And just so you know, I am playing the player 2 character, so her frame data is going to be on the right side. But point is, it's kind of slow, so it's not like you're going to be mixing people up. And even if you cancel right away, that's very slow. Like, you're not going to like do strings, cancel this, and then grab you. Like, no, that's not going to work, except for like the first time they ever see this move. But it could have some practical applications, like if you're doing pressure or whatever, you know, you can cancel into this move, and you can angle it wherever you want. So like during the short period where you can't cancel, you could angle it to somebody's feet and then like bring it back right away, just to like hit them really fast. Because this move, like the bomb or whatever, you can do it really high, and then, you know, it takes a while for them to come down so they can like avoid it or whatever. But if you want to do it really fast, you can like put it to the floor and then they have to block right away. And it is a low. And because it's a low, you get 100% unreactable, legitimate mix-up. Because check this out, right? You know, you say you do this string. The second part's an overhead, and as you can see, the second part comes out in 15 frames. Now you can do stuff like this. That is completely an unreactable low and completely unfuzzyable. Completely unfuzzyable. Even though the overhead's 15 frames and to get the low you have to do a startup of 29 frames plus whatever frames it takes to bring it all the way down to the bottom and explode, I guarantee you that it's 100% unreactable. Or you could do this instead, right? You know, you do the short hop. You know, short hop comes out 11 frames. That's a pretty fast overhead, you know. But you know, you can fake people out, right? So you can do this, right? You can do a short hop. They will never see that coming. They will not see that low coming. They see you short hop in the air. They're like, bruh, this guy's going for an overhead right now, okay? So they're not gonna see that low coming. They're just not. They're just not. It's a guaranteed low hit, and you could probably infinite them with that. You know what I'm saying? Now, to be completely real, that's probably not the best application of that move, but it actually is usable like at end of combos. Now, similar to the first variation I went over where you can set up the ball trap thing after combos, you can do the same thing with this move. And at least at the start, people are not gonna know to respect it. Like I showed you, in some situations you can make yourself +4 in the other variation even after doing that hella slow ball move. So you can do the same thing with this, and you can like move this next to them and do the electricity thing. And if you actually hit them with electricity mid-screen like this, you can actually get a combo. Now let's say I'm right next to them. Now you have to cancel right away, but you can do a full freaking combo. Now of course, like I said, if someone does this in your face and you block it, even if they cancel right away, they're -17, so that's a punish. But they don't have to do that. Like I said, they can do this move, and that move is safe or plus. Most cases it's plus if they do it high enough. So in this game, you really can't set up the opponent to wake up with, you know, buttons or anything like that. But what I'll do is I'll have Cassie wake up with her up 2, and it comes out in 9 frames, so it's decent enough at imitating like wake up buttons or wake up jump or something like that. And if the opponent completely disrespects your robot, you can keep just looping them in a combo. So as you can see, they gotta hold that, and you don't have to do the electricity. You know, it could be unsafe, but even at like that mid-screen range, because I was kind of doing it to where the electricity would hit them a little bit further away, it would be hard for them to punish it at -17 unless they're like, you know, Sub-Zero or had Cassie's tackle or Liu Kang's fly kick or something like that. But you don't have to do that. Like I mentioned, you could just go into this move, and that's a legitimate meaty. Now you're not gonna get a combo from it, but you're still gonna get plus frames and actual like real meaties. And of course you can do the exact same setups in the corner. You can use electricity and try to get a full combo if you think they're gonna move, but of course that's kind of risky. But you can guarantee they don't wake up buttons, wake up jump or anything like that if you use like green explosion thing. So if we're doing it in the corner, the setup would look something like this. Now, of course, in the corner, in both these situations, the opponent can do it up 3 and it will punish you, but it's still pretty decent. And if they don't know about it, then that works pretty good as well. Now, the only issue I came up with, because like if you do the one with the green blast, that guarantees plus frames, but the problem is they can do a delayed wake up and then your explosion will whiff. Now, I'll just say if you're gonna do that, just make sure you're canceling right away, so if they do a delayed wake up, they won't be able to get up and punish you because you're already canceling the move. So yeah, that's about it for the variations for Cassie. And there's like so much stuff you can do in this game now. Like just with these 2 variations, I find them pretty creative. And all the other characters, just all the moves they have, there's so much to dive into. And like if you're someone that competes in tournaments, you got so many moves you gotta lab against. It's actually kind of crazy. So yeah guys, that's about it for the video today. If you guys enjoyed, just make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Follow me on Twitch. And I'll see you guys next time.